Order. First order of business is, that's December minutes. Okay, here's my agenda. Got it right here. Consider any changes, additions, or removals to the agenda. Need anything changed?
I don't.
Okay. Approve minutes from the previous meeting, which is December 2nd.
I move to approve those meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Comments from citizens? There appear to be none here this evening. Department head report. Joe has submitted his report. We produced 484,000 gallons per day in December, and we used 202,000, so we've used about half of what we're producing. In December, we produced 15 million gallons of water. We used 6.3 million. Last year, a year ago, we produced 14.5 million and used 6.3 million, so it's fairly consistent. Phase 1 of Thompson and Orion Avenue project will be completed in the spring of 2026, and I believe that's the project we were going to do. We got to run that line to Garvey's house from Thompson to Orion, but we got wintered out. Is that a true statement?
Correct, that is true.
Okay. Altitude valves are working properly. They're still flushing the lines on the problem spot, which is Deep Lawn Court and Thompson Avenue. And that's everything else Joe says is running fine, so that's a good thing. Age receivable reports. How are we doing with those? Kind of the 120-day stuff I'm always interested in.
Over 120, we're sitting at just over $11,000 due. Some have, I've started to dig into this,
Okay.
Dave, and some have payment plans. There are some that have payment plans that have not paid in the last 3 months.
Okay, so we'll have to
So-
contact them.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll stay on top of that and see if we can
Yep.
collect some of the funds there.
Other questions from the board? No? Okay.
No.
Water allocation request, 12 Commonwealth Avenue. We currently have three units. Unit 1 is 2 bedrooms, Unit 2 is 3 bedrooms, Unit 3 is 3 bedrooms. We'd like to add 1 bedroom to Unit 3 to make it a 4-bedroom unit. And I'm assuming that they have allocation for what they already have. Yes,
Mhm.
okay.
Yes.
So it's just an administrative thing.
Do we need a motion to approve it?
We probably should, yeah.
I'll make a motion. Do we approve the addition of 1 bedroom to Unit 3
I second that.
of 12 Commonwealth
There you
Avenue?
go. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. The other one is 61 Pleasant Street. They would like to add 1 unit with
additional 2 bedrooms.
additional 2 bedrooms to an already existing 2-unit, 3-bedroom house.
So this is changing it from a total of 6 bedrooms to a total of 8 bedrooms?
Is it okay if I speak?
Mhm.
Yes.
So this is, you're on 61 Pleasant Street?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So I'm only counting, so the third unit is really more of a 1-bedroom. So it'd be so in 2009, they were approved for a 3-unit apartment complex. They've only been paying for 2 units to date. So now we're going through and redoing the permit and the certificate of occupancy to make sure that we are collecting the funds for that 3rd apartment unit. That 3rd apartment unit is a 1-bedroom, so.
So they haven't occupied, you're working on a CO, kind of.
And
Yeah.
after the fact.
Okay.
Yes.
So I guess my question is, if they've had 3 bedrooms right along, they've only been paying for 2, do they owe us any money?
That's a question I would like to ask you guys.
Typically, we like to get trued up.
Right,
Would anybody know when they?
So the certificate, the conditional use was approved in 2009.
Mhm.
I understand that it changed ownership again in, I believe, in 2018, and their representative is on the phone, Zoom right now. So it changed hands in 2018 from who got the conditional use in 2009. and now they're trying to sell it again, to new owners. So I'm just, as I'm getting Bianchi, came out of a Bianchi
Right, yep,
request.
that's what they're for.
So as I was going through the title search, I saw that they haven't been paying for that third apartment unit. So I said, as a condition of that, come pay for your water allocation, sewer allocation, and we'll go from there.
My thought as an individual board member is I think we missed the boat on the 2009 folks.
Well, it's past 15-year
Yeah,
statute too,
but
so.
the 2018, we probably should try to collect
Mhm.
the extra bedroom.
And I just want to clarify, I mean, it says it had 2 units that had 3 bedrooms each,
Mhm.
is what they've been using,
Mhm.
and now they're trying to add 1 unit that has 2 additional bedrooms, not 1 additional bedroom.
Is that what it said? Okay.
That's
I
what-
have to look at the property card in my notes. I don't
Yeah.
have the Bianchi here.
Okay. So, how would we go about doing that? What's the evaluation process in there?
We've done this in the past too. I mean, it's up to the pleasure of the board. I mean, I would be happy if we just back billed for that one additional bedroom back to 2018. Like I say, that probably should have got picked up in 2018
Right.
prior to you.
Right.
But that's why you do a Bianchi to look at that.
What would that amount be, roughly?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Is it?
You want me to go check?
Is it an unreasonable amount?
I don't think it's gonna be earth shattering, but it's 7 years, twice a year, 1 bedroom. I don't know, you'd have to just,
Could you recess it?
yeah, it just wouldn't be till next meeting. Is that-
Just let us do the research on it?
That would work, that would make our life
Okay.
easier.
Yep, because
Then we'll come
right
back.
now I'm working on doing an after-the-fact building permit and certificate occupancy.
Okay.
So I just won't issue the certificate of occupancy until everything is resolved with the water account,
I
water
think
sewer
that would
account.
be good, I don't know.
Okay.
And this board doesn't do sewer, but I'm probably assuming they got the same going there. But I appreciate you looking into that. That's always been, always our concern is if there's, after we allocate, what happens out in the world. So, good job, good on you.
Yeah, thank you. And I would also suggest maybe having some form of special meeting to discuss that, because other things have been popping up as far as processes and procedures go. So,
Okay. All right. So we're gonna table this for
Thank you,
now.
Ryan.
of course.
Table it for now, do
Yep.
some more research and come back next time and we'll
Great.
try to figure it out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, can I have a question? My name is Sean. I'm the owner of 61 Pleasant Street.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know, obviously, we're happy to pay the backfill. Obviously, I think this was missed across the board. Just as you're aware, we're trying to sell the property, and I know we've been on hold. Just out of curiosity, since we're just waiting for an assessment of what the retroactive funds are, I'm just trying to find a way of how can I receive a certificate of occupancy as quickly as possible, just so I'm able to sell the property rather than hold off like another X amount of time.
All right. What about
Just because we've been waiting for a month, and obviously I don't want to wait another month.
what does the board-
I'm happy. I obviously got missed across the board, but we're happy to pay for the water usage, whatever dollar amount it is. Not,
Right.
yeah.
What's the board think about authorizing the manager to research this and bill appropriately the homeowner to clear this up? We give you the approval to do that. And then, once
Yeah.
that's done, you can do your CO.
Yeah.
Yep, we can do that.
Seems like a fair process.
That
yeah.
gets things moving. You haven't got to wait another month, so.
Yeah, I would go for that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
appreciate that too. Yeah.
Okay, somebody make that motion then.
Yeah, okay, well, we move to let the town manager settle the account, whatever past due, and so that way you can move forward with the CO.
Great.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have a good night, guys.
Hi, can I speak also?
Yep.
So I'm one of the purchasers. I just want to clarify, is it one bedroom or two bedroom? Because I keep hearing somebody mentioning one bedroom. I just don't want later down the road to have an issue when we sell it coming up that it's two bedroom. I just want to clarify, is it, if it's one or two, I just want to make sure everything's properly documented.
I would like to respond to you that in an email, what the bedroom count is, because I have to re-look at my notes from the last site visit I did for that property. I can't tell you off the top of my head. I was really just looking at the fact that there was a third apartment unit. So
Okay, awesome. I appreciate that.
feel free to email me.
Paul, what is your last name, please?
My last name is La Chiara. It's spelled Lechiara.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate everything.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks,
All right,
Aaron.
review and possibly approve the 27 budget.
All right, I think in your packet you have a spreadsheet that does
Yes.
kind of list out the proposed fiscal year
Mhm.
27. And I went through this with Joe and Diane. I think you're in good shape, really.
Right.
If you look at, you do the comparable with the actuals of 25, I mean, and the actuals of 24.
Yeah.
What we've done with the town budget, at least to date, is to really try and square these numbers as true as we can.
Mhm.
And that includes the revenue side of things as well. Debt management is debt management,
Right.
but, yeah. But I can say with confidence, the water budget was in really good shape in terms of trying to square some of those numbers versus some of the other departments in the town budget.
Like on page 2 under maintenance, water mains, you know, like 2025, we had 18,000 budgeted. 26, we had 21,000, now we're 25, which water mains are difficult because if we have a bad winter, that's why it goes up so much. And I think that's why the actual for 25 is 157,000, unless like, it's kind of a different topic. Have we received our FEMA money for, that was what I was gonna ask really, for Plumley Avenue? We hadn't a month ago. That's something to look into.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, so there's, okay.
And I realize it's gonna hit with the 2026 year is this Thompson Orion, you know, repair for the main. And then I know we were talking about doing another main. We were talking
Pine
about
Hill.
yeah, we're doing about
Behind
that.
Sam's, yeah.
So I know we're kind of in a cycle with our mains here where things are
Yeah.
challenging. I just don't see any recognition of that within our budget situation. And I know we can't predict what's gonna go wrong in 27, but the question is, are we allocating enough to that process or not?
That's a good question. I wanted to hand this out to you in my updates, just to talk a little bit about some of those projects and some of the costs associated with them. Maybe now's the best time to do that.
Okay.
And I apologize, these do have costs that are associated, including wastewater, but they're for and Dave, you and I have talked about
Yeah.
this, I think, in the last week, Pleasant Street Extension,
Right.
Lower
And-
High Street.
Right. In Pleasant Street Extension, in Lower High Street, I have to go through my file, but we have seen numbers on this previously, and that's what we keep submitting to this revolving fund folks, I don't know what they're called, but.
The drinking water.
Yeah, drinking water people.
financing, it's the state water financing.
Yeah, the engineering was done in 2020, preliminary was done in 2023 on those. So those are being held up by financing. We just need to get a grant or some kind of favorable finance before we move forward on one of those. So we're hoping this year we'll finally make the cut.
Trying to see in here if we did capture the little connector on Thompson and Orion. Maybe that falls under maintenance.
Yeah, I think I mean.
It doesn't rise to the
Yeah,
point where it's a
no,
line item yet.
It was kind of viewed at the time as an emergency repair, and we were just gonna do it, and I think we had kind of a price from a contractor we tend to use, I think, and that was what we're gonna kind of roll with. I mean,
Yep.
if we're not comfortable with that, we could put that out to bid and get other, we may get a better price. We'd probably get a better price in the spring, because we were pushed, trying to get that done this winter.
That's true.
So that may be something we want to put out. And I think that little section would just come out of our capital fund, or excess funds in our accounts. That's how we typically fund maintenance projects like that. And sometimes it doesn't show up as a budgeted item because things happen. So that's why the actuals for 2025 were $157,000, and we only budgeted 18. So that money came out of our reserves. And to BJ's point, should we budget a little more, I don't know, in 2027, and we can true that up with in the rate increase, the next rate increase we do. And we look at a matrix typically at the May meeting to figure out what, how our accounts are, what's on the horizon, and then we consider increases. We've increased the last few years. I think last year was 5 or 7%.
I do notice though that our expenditures over the last several years have not come anywhere near the total revenues,
That's good.
which has been a great
Yeah.
effort. To be raised by fees is always a great minus number, which is very respectable.
And uncommon in some
Exactly.
municipalities.
Right.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if it's something that we need to look at, rate reviews again?
I would recommend doing it back in May, usually do it in your May meeting.
Mhm.
Then you have a better feel for what you got in your reserves, I guess I want to say, for projects.
Okay.
I anticipate in this calendar year, we'll probably absorb quite
Yeah,
a bit of
I
that,
think we
since
will
we're
too.
doing so much of this mainline
A couple little
replacement.
projects.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna have a lot.
Yeah, so you probably
Excess.
have to increase again, but.
Yeah,
As far as this budget, I mean, there's not a whole lot of change from previous years. What we want to do some more work on, or you want to
No,
approve it, be done with it?
I would like to make a motion to approve the budget as printed for 2027.
I think I'm okay with it,
Okay.
because I think the reason we did that rate increase in the spring, when we had those conversations, we had just gone around and looked at facilities, and we saw that the spring house.
We'll eventually need some more.
Yeah, I mean, we
There's a lot of
know that
needs
there's a
here.
few projects we're
Yeah.
really putting off, and
Yep.
I think we know that we need that.
Right. And if you review your
You,
fees.
you go
The
ahead.
building is in,
Yeah. hasn't been-
Right, it was in a state of disrepair that I felt like was gonna need some attention soon, which is why the rate increase occurred.
To start putting away money for such projects, right?
You know,
Yeah.
and if we're gonna be doing main lines this year, I mean, that's gonna get pushed back on repairing that building again if we're just looking at using our overage on that. So That's my only concern about the budget, if we're not really also looking at what that's gonna entail and how we're gonna,
Right. I almost think that building is probably gonna be, we'll have to finance that, I would think, somehow with some kind of funding, revolving loan, grants, so, but I don't know that. I don't know what it would cost. Kinda needs a rebuild, but.
it kinda needs a rebuild, but as we know, our water treatment plant is an upcoming thing, and we've got so many different pieces of our puzzle that I'm, yeah, hesitant to say that we are going to have much in the overage account.
Well, no, and that's why we just do a little bit every year, and we have these 2 shovel-ready projects ready to go if we can get financing from the state or feds. That's why we keep a couple of those in
Well, if
our
you,
back pocket.
if Penny feels like the budget's where it needs to be.
I think you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I mean, if you
I
feel
do.
good about it,
Yeah.
okay. Then let's approve this one.
So you second that?
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I do hear the concerns, though.
Yeah, well, there's, yeah. Age, things get older, they don't get better, so.
I don't know about that.
We need a bumper sticker,
Oh, I don't
Dave, on
know.
that.
Yeah, I know. Manager update.
Well, we went over, you have the handout for the projects.
Yeah.
We talked about those a little
We'll
bit.
circle back to that one.
Very good.
Thompson and Orion, so you were in contact with Aldrich and Elliott, our engineers. I guess the question is, do we want to have them look into some engineering or give us an estimate to do the engineering for Thompson and Orion? And in the past, there have always been some loans or grants that the engineers know about that plugs into it, and we don't have to pay anything at the time. That could be a question for those folks.
I'd like to sit down with A&E
Yep,
and talk about these 3 projects.
yep,
And ask them in terms of that priority list application, the drinking water SRF and then the clean water SRF. There's
Right,
different water
yeah.
financing programs, and ask them their opinion on these 3, which ones
Right.
should fall in which program for financing.
right, okay.
So that was kind of my game plan, was
Yep.
to sit down with them, sit
Perfect.
down with Ron and Joe, and just kind of pick their brain in terms of how do we apply for these to start that competitive
Mhm.
process.
Okay, that's good to have some, yeah, good, but, they're the first step, so we can talk to somebody to get it.
So that was one.
What was the other one?
The other update is the Snell Springs cameras are currently being installed. Installation began yesterday,
Wow.
about a half day. They need to go back and finish. So,
Who will see that in real time, besides Countryside? That's something you guys interested in seeing, or?
in theory, the way it was explained
Mhm.
to me was that we will be able to see that on our computers
Okay.
or on our phones.
I thought so, yeah.
And then it's also supposedly going to be recording
Yeah.
in the building itself.
Okay.
And that's to the tune of $4,500. So,
Security. All right.
okay,
Great.
those are the 2 primary updates, the
Okay.
project list and then the cameras.
My only question was, did Glenn decide to join us again? Is he back?
He did.
Okay. all
Yes, I'm sorry, yes, he did rejoin.
Excellent.
They're all doing what they're supposed to do, so,
Great.
yes,
Thanks.
it's great to have him back.
right.
Okay.
Glad to hear that.
Other business, I got a few things. I'll start off. The folks up on Thompson and Ryan, did we reach out for a filter for anybody who was interested in that?
I did. I spoke to them at length. I think you probably saw that email after our meeting last month. I did then follow up with Bill. I saw Bill Davis here in the town hall. He, out of those two landowners, were going to bring in filters for us to buy. And so I reiterated to him when I saw him here
Okay.
a week ago.
We need to know what you need, right?
Yes, bring in, just take a picture of the box, bring in an
Okay.
old box.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I will touch base with them on every other month.
Yep. And another question I have, and we may not know the answer right now, probably haven't, it's the FEMA money for Plumlee Avenue crossing. And you can research that. I know a month ago we hadn't received anything, so if you got a check from the government for $100 and something grand, you'd probably let us know, so.
I think she remembers.
Yeah,
remember
exactly. Any leaks, breaks, freeze-ups, or anomalies besides the regular things?
Knock on wood.
There you go.
I spoke with Joe and with Ron this afternoon. None that
Okay.
they've known.
This is kind of well, it is a little bit of water, but is there an update on the village merger situation? Where is that now? Any dates set, anything going on with that?
I need to get my head around that in terms of the time frame
Right,
and meeting all of the
right.
statutory requirements.
Has the select board and trustees set a date for a public hearing or
Not that I know
since you've
of.
been here? Okay, all right. All right. Yeah, there is times, and I just wondered what they're doing on that. Okay. That's all I have for questions. You guys got anything else?
I don't.
The next meeting is February 3rd. I won't be here for that one, but you guys can carry on without me.
Good.
Possible agenda for next items, all kinds of things we can talk about. Accounts receivables and engineering reports and things like that. We signed the warrant orders, we're good there. Do we need an executive session for anything?
I do not.
Okay, all right. Then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you very much.